Hello, Maverick traders. Welcome out to your currency recap. It's June 2nd. Corey here with you. We're going to take you through meaningful news, what's moving the markets, why they're going up and down and sideways, and make sense of what currencies or what crypto trades are out there, and then highlight our best ideas. What's moving and where do we think it's going?
All trades and analysis in this video are intended for professional traders only. This content does not constitute financial advice and is for educational purposes. This video is being released after a short delay due to Compliance Department review. Maverick members receive this content immediately as part of their daily trading resources. If you're ready to level up, consider joining Maverick Currencies. Our traders trade firm capital and keep 70 to 80% of profits. You bring the skill, we provide the backing. Let's get into today's market recap and see how the pros are trading the currency markets.
So if we look at today's price action, it was kind of a quiet day on Wall Street, even news related. There's been so much with tariffs today. There was discussion about the tariffs and these 50% steel tariffs, which, by the way, we don't even know if the tariffs are going to pass, whether the judges are going to shut that down, the court systems and so forth. So there's a lot of up in the air. But if they were to slap 50% tariffs, the expectation is that prices in the US could soar, and it would actually depress prices in places like Europe. ISM manufacturing PMIs came in at 48.5. Now that number missed expectations, and it's a sub 50 number. 50 is that dividing line between a growing economy and a contracting one, so we continue to see manufacturing PMI numbers sub 50, which is more of a recessionary number. If we look at currencies, you got hit hard in the US dollar, the Canadian dollar as well. New Zealand dollar was by far and away the strongest. If we look at commodities, they were booming today. So it was a day for oil and gold. We had oil up 3.8 as OPEC Plus decided against further supply, pushing further supply of oil onto the market. And that really was a boon for oil prices. And then gold skyrocketing, gold mining stocks shooting sharply higher. So it was a commodities risk on day. Pretty quiet elsewhere. If you look at crypto, just not a lot happening. Bitcoin Cash, each down just shy of 1%. Ethereum and Litecoin slightly higher. Markets are still in this upward trend, and you really have to give credit where credit is due. We've worked out of that tariff downtrend, and now you can see the price action here. We're up at the highs, not the all-time highs, but the recent highs. And this is what we would call an ascending triangle. The lows are ascending to the upside, the highs are leveled out. The expectation is that normally this is a sideways pattern that resolves in the same direction it came from. Also, this 20-period moving average upward sloping and such. Still a more bullish market environment overall. As we look at what's on tap, we've got CPI tomorrow morning, well, kind of the middle of the night for us. That can influence the Swiss franc, of course. You've got Bank of Canada and their rate statement on Wednesday. Expectations are that they'll keep rates unchanged. You have the ECB meeting. They're expected to cut rates by 25 basis points. You have employment data out of the US and Canada, and the expectations are for a bit of a slowdown in the employment numbers, for unemployment though to stay steady at 4.2%. So we certainly have the economic calendar for some price moves. First CAD, then euros, then US dollars and CAD to finish the week. If we look at how currencies and crypto are stacked up, anything inside of one is less impactful, less moving. We like the New Zealand dollar to the upside. We like the US dollar right now to the downside. There are others that are on the cusp. A little more weakness in the British pound looks very nice to the downside. A little bit more strength, and you've got the euro pushing to the upside. I'd say crypto is the one that seems to be stuck, where in FX, at least you have some possible trades. So let's take a look at some possibilities. Now, I mentioned the British pound here. It's not like it's set up right here, right now, but you can see how If we break this low, first of all, you got downward sloping moving averages. You're on a sell signal, downward sloping. Everything looks pretty good here. And pardon me, I misspoke. This is the US dollar chart. But we're right there on the cusp of the breakdown. So is the US dollar a screaming short? Well, we'd like to see it take out that low. Nice breakdown here, big red candle and such. And it's bon voyage. It's a nice setup to the downside. What often happens is you could see a little inverse cup and handle. So there could be a bounce first and then a resumption of the downward trend. And that would make me even more excited. The reason for that is it would be a little bit of a pause and a little bit of a buildup. We've used a lot of ammunition to get down here. A lot of our energy has maybe been zapped. If we can consolidate and create that little handle, that would be very nice for the next move. New Zealand dollar, as we said, is the strongest, and this one already looks good. I don't think you have to wait on New Zealand dollar. You've got the break, you've got the buy, you've got the upward slope, you've got the upward slope. This New Zealand dollar, just ready. It's ready right here, right now. It also isn't the one most likely to be impacted by economic news and such. It's just a momentum trade. And as we saw today, the commodity markets were very strong, very nicely trading to the upside. Bitcoin Cash, if you are looking at a candidate, again, this is one where I think right now we're not very intrigued by it, but it wouldn't take much to start breaking down in price. We're already on a sell signal that would cause the moving average to curl more and get this RSI rolling over. So it's not there, but you can see how Bitcoin Cash could be just a couple of candles away from a nice bearish setup. So right now we're in a little bit of a consolidation in most things, but New Zealand dollar looks really good on the upside right here, right now. US dollar looks pretty good as a short with a little bit more weakness. So we've got a good calendar of event. We've got Bank of Canada. We've got the ECB. We certainly have things as catalysts that can drive energy. Hope you enjoyed today's currency recap. Have a great week, everyone. We'll see you next time.